All right, welcome back to Fright Flicks and the 31 Days and 31 Nights of Halloween. Here we are going through the movies that you must have anytime you want to feel that Halloween season, but it's one of those lame other 11 months of the year.
Yeah.
On this episode, we will be going into one of the scarier movies, but supposedly it was meant to be a kid's movie. Good old-fashioned ghost story, John Carpenter's The Fog.
It is old-fashioned. It is simple. That's what makes it a classic, is it doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. It starts out with an old man by a campfire telling a story, and that's the vibe that carries through the entire movie. And that's why it works, because the best ghost stories don't have a bunch of twists and turns and hidden characters and secret motives.
It's all about the mood.
Yes.
Encroaching dreads and mood.
Also, one of the best all-time movie scores for any horror movie.
Yep.
Everybody can identify the Halloween theme music. The Fog theme music, this is a great score.
Greatest. I don't remember. I think it ended up on both of our top 5 scores.
It did.
It should have. Yes, its score is amazing. This is really when John Carpenter started to get a little bit of a budget, and what he used that budget for was atmosphere. I mean, you already have The Fog, that's great, but the small little town, the old Gothic church, the creature designs, so cool. And their eyes lighting up.
This is how great a horror movie this is. It's about ghost pirates. It sounds so corny. Nothing in this movie is corny. I don't even want to say it's about ghost pirates because that sounds so corny. Carpenter doesn't just make it work, he makes it classic.
Yeah, but definitely, and it has a great cast. Jamie Lee Curtis again?
Yes.
And a great little piece of meta, Janet Leigh.
Hal Holbrook's in it.
John Carpenter's in it for a little bit of a cameo. Adrienne Barbeau's in it. Nancy Loomis. Always like to point out Deborah Hill, too. Deborah Hill, co-writer, producer. Great movie, fun little bit of trivia. It originally came in with a PG, and the distributors made them go back and shoot the part on the boat and think of 2 or 3 other parts to get an R rating.
That's particularly funny because those aren't the scariest sequences of the movie. You know, the movie would have been just as scary PG. Had they released it PG, then it would always be in the conversation with Poltergeist as like scariest possible PG movie.
That's why then its tone would have made sense to every single person who ever saw it, and it would be a non-issue. It would be, it's really scary for PG, as opposed to, what is the deal with this movie? One thing that I do like history-wise about having to go back and reshoot everything is they originally didn't have the beginning with the old sailor telling everybody the story.
Oh, and that's an essential part of the movie to me.
That's probably my favorite part of the movie. I love that the movie begins that way, and that wasn't originally in there, so...
Yes, so accept no substitutes, and for the love of God, do not mistakenly watch the remake.
No. I forgot it existed.
Yeah, it'll sneak up on you. Oh, hey, The Fog is on. No, not this Fog.
Oh, God.
So, The Fog, John Carpenter, an 80s classic, an all-time classic, and today's selection for the Fright Flicks series, 31 Days and 31 Nights of Halloween. Come back tomorrow for our next classic recommendations.
See you tomorrow, guys.